What is up, COD people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to a Monday morning esports talk episode. This continuing the COD drama. If you guys are a frequent viewer of the show, I do really enjoy the COD drama, but already, last episode I talked about this. I love it. I really do love covering it, but I think we've already reached the point where I'm like, I don't know if this is safe to cover everything out there. We have seen so many rivalries forming, which I do really enjoy seeing. So far, I've already announced those rivalries, and whether it's a pro to a Path to Pro member, a Path to Pro member to a pro member, or a non-signed player to a Path to Pro member. We even have non-signed players calling out pro players who have been signed by now. It does keep on going. I'm going to try and cover it in the safest light possible for all of you guys. If you have any stories out there you want me to cover, our DMs are always open. The comment section is always open. And the Reddit forums, well, they're calling out pro player after pro player. I would say most importantly, though, of all of our stories today, we actually have Karma taking to Twitter this past weekend with some somewhat concerning thoughts out there. Apparently undergoing some health concerns and has been for a little bit of time out there, has never had health concerns in the past, and it's going to be keeping him away from the stream for at least a week or so. And instantly when I think about this, especially when we have these kind of health concerns around players who might be going towards the end of their careers, it makes me think of other players out there who have had similarly concerning issues inside of esports. We have Astralis member Device. He's had concerning issues digestively and obviously affected his gameplay at some point or another. Alongside that, people like Get Right from NIP have been well known to have these historic health issues. Obviously, both those guys are still top level players, but when it comes time for players who might be retiring in the next few years and across their entire lifespan of esports, it certainly has had an impact on their performance at some point or another. And so hopefully this is a nothing issue. Hopefully it's a non-issue. Hopefully we get some results here back sometime soon from Karma, that it's not going to be anything too concerning. The fact that he's taking at least a week off for streaming, though, should be a bit concerning, especially for his team as we approach the first season. I will keep you guys all posted on that. Best of luck and wishes and prayers, of course, to him and his family, and hopefully everything does work out well alongside that. I would say in the more controversial side of things, though, that's going to be Parasite. Well known now, especially over the past week or so, for his calling out of several pro players out there, and of course a Dexerto article also following this, where he actually has a kind of a viral clip out there calling out the Path to Pro system. If you guys do not know, substitute players who have been signed to Call of Duty rosters or Call of Duty League rosters as sub players, they get their 15,000 Path to Pro points just handed to them. And it's a system I would think is very highly debatable, and with this being debatable and controversial, I think it brings a great point. I'm not trying to side with Parasite. I'm not trying to side with the league here. Obviously, it's their incentive to protect their players and give those sub players, because they earned their way, no matter through social media, no matter through in-game skill. If they earn their way onto a signed Call of Duty roster, they get those 15,000 points, which greatly does influence the way they can actually acquire funding to appear at events, and that is a very influential thing. I can definitely understand, though, why some people might think it's unfair. Some people like that of Parasite.
Domination.
Bro, they can take their 15K gifted pro points and shove them up their ass.
Right up there.
Whoa. Yo, I love SND on Cave and SND
What? That
last
shit is
map.
a joke.
Both
Bro.
those SNDs guys, we just
My
we
career,
stayed focused, bro. Good shit.
my career literally
back,
is
man. I love
robbed
that.
by people who don't deserve it.
We did a great job playing our lives that episode.
Bro,
That's my
I'm a
side.
little different, dude.
Yeah.
And I know we got some great analysts out there, especially in our Discord as well. We got Misery, we especially got Sweeper. A lot of great guys in the COD scene are a part of this community over here as well. Love to hear your comments about this kind of thing. I'm not trying to take a side, but certainly with the given debate out there and how controversial this topic is, I think that Parasite does have some backing for the callouts he has made about this being somewhat of an unfair system. Yes, it sucks that some pro players out there, or pro players, I know there's a very debatable point on whether or not why Parasite has not been signed, but yes, it can seem as a person who's trying to pursue Path to Pro and eventually get signed, it can be seen as a very unfair advantage for a substitute player who maybe did not exactly earn his way into a sub spot to be gifted those points. So just understand that point of things. Alongside that, he also responded to Dylan out of nowhere. He really digs deep and brings up the cheating allegations, which is fairly well known about, but even further on Reddit, we have other people talking about even more prominent figures out there like that of Scraps, also with a history of cheating. And I will be honest with you guys, I'm trying to be open and honest at all times with all of you. I'm pretty scared to cover those kind of stories, because when it comes to these accusations and allegations, yes, they might seemingly be true, but when you're talking about very prominent figures out there like that of Scraps, who is very well liked across most of his social media for obvious reasons, I'm a bit weary about covering those kind of stories. But yes, so many things have been rehashed amidst all this drama out there. I do love drama. This side of things, though, maybe not so much. I think it's a good call out to make and a great debate to start out there of the Path to Pro advantage advantages that sub players get compared to other typical pros who are not being paid, who are not signed, and they have to really fight their way to get that funding to even be able to compete at Pat the Pro events. So I really do respect the move. Us closing statements as well from Parasite himself on kind of closing issues of, you know, how he always speaks out about these things. He's relentless and he's going to keep on speaking out no matter if you guys are offended by that or not. I respect the double down because he is getting a lot of backlash for this, and so a great debate will continue. I will keep you guys all posted on that. Very lastly, and also in probably the biggest news out there, I covered it in our last video. If you guys want to check it out, I covered all the biggest and best esports awards that were given out for the annual esports awards show this past weekend. Some great talent out there, some great winners, teams, players, organizations, companies, all around, some great winners across the entire event. One of them was, yes, the console rookie player of the year, but the boy himself. That's going to be Simp, obviously with chips and a championship to end his rookie season fresh out of high school. There was no competition here, guys. He also was in competition for, I believe, one other award on top of that. When it comes time for console rookie player of the year, and you take some chips and you take a championship at COD Shams to end your end of high school career as well, there's no competition. It was much well deserved. Until next time, though, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down daily Call of Duty, gaming, esports news. If you guys have a story, always make sure to feel free to drop a comment or a DM as well. They are always open for you guys out there. Until then, enjoy your coffee, enjoy the rest of your days, okay? Maybe have a smile, huh? All right. Bye.